What's up with you? For today's video, we're with full Pokemon Alphabet letter J team. So last time we did I, and now it's time for J. So what happens with these videos, right, is I go through each letter and randomly pick out 6 Pokemon. So I picked out the 6 Pokemon that started with J, put them together on a team, and it was some awesome battles, people. Now, if you do want to follow me on Twitch, people, I'm actually going to do a Pokemon Snap, the new Pokemon Snap walkthrough or playthrough on my Twitch tonight in about 2 hours time from now. So if you do want to check me out on Twitch, people, I'm going to be doing that one. So maybe if you want to check this video out and come and watch me on Twitch there, we're going to be doing a live playthrough. It's going to be super, super fun. All right, today we got 2 battles here. The first battle, this one was against Super Bowser, and this was a very interesting battle. Now, this is a Jynx Dream Eating set. Let me explain this one, right? We've got Max Speed and Max Special Tap. We've got Lovely Kiss, Nasty Plot, Dream Eater, right? And we've also got the Substitute. So what you want to do right first is you want to put the opponent to sleep. Here we got a Goldeen lead, people. What is this going to be? So putting the Goldeen to sleep there was pretty nice. I kissed the fish, and it's going to be swapping out here. Now, with this set, right, I did want to keep putting the opponent's entire team to sleep. So I was actually thinking about, well, I might go for the boost here, but then I'm going to have to swap out if they swap their Goldeen. So I've got to swap the Jynx out there because I didn't want to be such a scumbag there. At least, at the start of the battle. If things got desperate at the end of the game and Jynx was my only Pokemon, sure, I'd do that. So we're going to go into Jellicent here. This is a Poltergeist physical set, Waterfall, Destiny Bond, and Trick Room. We've got Max Health and Max Attack, Brave Nature, 0 IVs and speed, and we've also got the item as room service there, dropping my speed by a further stage once Trick Room is activated. So we've got the Hitmonchan swapping out, and we've got the Magnezone swapping in. Now, I'm going to be going for a Trick Room here. Obviously, I want to see if I can get some flinches with Waterfall under the Trick Room too. With a physical Jellicent, it's not the most, powerful set there, but you can get lucky if you get a couple of flinches with Waterfall, right? So Magnezone's a fairly bulky Pokemon. It's going to go for Rising Voltage, and I knew I'd be able to take 1 Rising Voltage. Whether it be 2 was going to be another thing, right? So I was like, okay, I definitely can't take 2 Rising Voltages, right? Let's go for the Destiny Bot and try and take out the Magnezone, right? And then the Magnezone, instead of attacking me, went for a Light Screen. I'm like, oh no, it's a disaster. So pretty much I'm like, okay, let's go for Waterfall. Let's get as much damage as possible. And I get a flinch, which is very, very lucky there. That's going to enable me to go for another Destiny Bomb there. I almost went for another Waterfall there, but I didn't want to risk it. I got lucky enough, right? So Magnezone is going to be going for a Rising Voltage. Someone else is rising. And Jellicent is going to be going down there. I get a Curse Body as I take the Magnezone out too, but Magnezone's already going to go down to, the Destiny Bond already. So that is fine. So we're both taking a Pokemon out each. Now, there was no real point swapping in Jynx at this time, so I thought my opponent would just swap out again. So we're going to go into Jangmo. I think this could be the first time I've used Jangmo ever on a themed team. So we've got Max Speed, Max Attack, Dragon Claw, D-Dance, Earthquake, and Reversal with a Focus Sash as the item there. So go for the close combat on my Jangmo there. Doesn't take me down to the Sash, but I still get a chance to actually get the Dragon Dance up here, right? Now, the only bad thing is, for me, I thought, well, Hitmonchan might have, Mach Punch, Bullet Punch, anything like that, but they actually swapped out with the Jet Bun. I'm like, what? That's interesting. And in comes the Cryogonal. So, okay, that's fine. I can actually go for Dragon Dance and then go for Reversal, and that'll take out Cryogonal easy, because Cryogonal's got really, really bad base defense there. Like, it could literally have gone down without a Dragon Dance. However, the Cryogonal is going to have Ice Shard, and Jangmo is going to go down. That was such a shame there. I definitely could have got that KO right. Now, the light screen's going to wear off, and it's time for Jigglypuff. Because I thought they were running a physical Cryogonal. So I thought, okay, let's go for the counter on this. I've got Endeavor, Counter, Protect, Tri-Attack, Focus Sash, and I've got Max Special Attack, and that's base, and Max Speed. That's pretty much what it is, right? Modest nature there. I thought about this for a while. I'm thinking, do you reckon they'll have any other physical moves? I went for the counter and then went for Sheer Cold. I'm like, oh, of course they've got Sheer Cold. So there's not a lot of point in me actually staying in here. I went for the Protect just to see what damage, other damaging moves they'll have, and they had Rapid Spin. So I'm thinking, okay, Rapid Spin is not going to do much damage to me. I'll waste my Sash and my counter. Let's save the Jigglypuff for maybe a little bit later on in the game yet. So now we're going to go into Jolteon. This is a quick feed Jolteon, and Cryogonal, of course, is going to land a Sheer Cold on the swap, and Jolteon is going to get melted right out of this game. I'll explain that Jolteon set in the second battle. So things are getting pretty dire now. I'm going to go into Jirachi. This is a scummy flinching set. Iron Head, Zen Headbutt, Headbutt, and Metronome. So I've got Max Speed and a Max Attack. I've got Jolly Nature on this one too. Now, what I did right is like, okay, I can just go for Headbutt. or I could go for Ironhead on the swap here, and the Goldeen come in. So it's like, okay, Ironhead's still going to do a decent amount to Goldeen, and it did alright. I was like, okay, this is interesting, and the Goldeen has leftovers. I was like, wow, it's got leftovers. It doesn't have Everlight, so that's an interesting set. Now I'm like, okay, I can go for Zen Headbutt, or I can go for Headbutt. Let's go for Headbutt, see if we can get some flinches. I got a 60% chance there, and I didn't get a flinch on the Goldeen. However, Goldeen is still asleep, so it didn't have anything like, some like trolley sleep talks. I guess I put them to sleep anyway, so they maybe weren't expecting that. So go for another headbutt there, and I'm going to take the Goldeen out in a Pokemon battle. I mean, it's been a hot minute since I've, fainted a Goldeen run. Next Pokemon to come in is a Hitmonchan here. So it's like, okay, I can go for Zen Headbutt. This will do a lot of damage, and it's going to land on the Hitmonchan, and Hitmonchan is going to be Hitmon no more. And I've got 2 more Pokemon to deal with here, right? Sorry, I've got 3, we got 2 as well as the Cryogonal. So in comes the Cryogonal again. I can go for an Ironhead easy here, and I accidentally pressed the Metrome button. I fat fingered the button, and I went for the Metrome, and I got Skitter Smack. So it's still got some decent damage there, and it was like a special attack drop. So that's okay. And then of course Sheer Cold lands. I can't believe I misclicked on that one. Like, all I had to do was go for the Ironhead and take that thing out. So I got trolled. I'm getting trolled so hard here right now. You know when you got your joystick and you accidentally press down and you pressed A already? That's what happened to me. So now we're going to go into Jinx here. I've got nothing to lose. I'm going to go Dynamax Jinx. Now, obviously, I've got Dream Eater as my only attacking move. That's not going to work, right? So I'm going to need to Dynamax it and use Max Mindstorm at the Jinx, right? That'll also power up any Dream Eaters I do further down the track. Or if I can get any more Dream Eaters off, right? That's going to be the question right here. Now, we're going to go for the Max Mindstorm. Now, Cryogonal's got pretty good special defense, so I was sort of like, nah, this won't take it out. But at least, I'm not going to get, fainted to Sheer Cold or anything like that. I was wondering what else it could really do apart from, Rapid Spin and Ice Shard. That's about it. So here comes the Rapid Spin there against the Jinx. It's going to get a speed boost here. I was like, okay, if it outspeeds me, what's it going to be able to do? Ice Shard's going to, obviously not work on the Psychic Terrain. Cryogonal pretty much had nothing to hit my Jinx with, so that was cool. But it did take out 2 of my Pokemon with Sheer Cold, so it played a very big role in taking out 2 of my Pokemon. Next Pokemon here is the Blastoise. So I've got Dry Skin as the ability. It's like, if they do go for a water type move, Jinx is going to be unaffected, right? And I still can go for a Max Mindstorm here. Now, if I do survive the turn and go out of Dynamax, I'm going to probably need to put this Blastoise to sleep, right? That's going to be, one of my better options there. And then I still have another Pokemon deal. I've still got my Jigglypuff, though, in the back end. So we're going to go for the Max Mindstorm here on the Blastoise. It does pretty good damage, over half health, so I was really happy about that. And G-Max Cannonade is not going to affect me, and I've got the Dry Skin ability, so that's actually going to heal me up back to full. So I was quite happy about that. Now my Jinx is going to be out of Dynamax this turn. Now I can go for the Sweet Kiss here and actually put it to sleep. And I was like, nah, I'm going to swap it out, and I'm going to go into Jigglypuff here just to take the hit here, right? It's got the Focus Sash, and they went for Max Guard instead. So I was like, okay, that's fine, that's fine. Now this turn, they're going to go for the G-Max Cannonade there. That's easily going to be able to take out my Jigglypuff. The only bad thing is, right, the effects of G-Max Cannonade are going to take my Jigglypuff out after, that turn, right? So that's my Jigglypuff down. I was hoping I could get a sneaky Endeavor against the Blastoise, and that would help me up, but to no avail, people. Jigglypuff is going to be going down. But it served its purpose there, somewhat stalling out the G-Max Blastoise. Now, I've got my Jinx left here, and there's one other Pokemon. Now, with my Jinx, right, I possibly need a nasty plot on this Blastoise, right? Blastoise is going to be fairly tanky. If I can get a nasty plot up and put the Blastoise to sleep, I've got a chance, right? So Blastoise is going to go for Protect here. I was like, man, I wish I could have gone for nasty plot there, but I did know they were going to go for Protect, right? So I went for the Lovely Kiss, and obviously that's not going to affect the Blastoise. I really need Lovely Kiss to land. So they went for Protect there to get some extra damage. I find that kind of funny that I've got Dry Skin, yet that move still affects me. I don't know. I feel that's a bit funny, right? It shouldn't actually affect me, or maybe not just not heal me. That'd be cool. Anyway, so we're gonna land the we're gonna kiss that Blastoise, and that's gonna land, and I'm gonna take some more G-Max Cannonade damage, right? Now Blastoise is asleep. This gives me a rare opportunity to just go for the Dream Eater or go for a rare nasty plot. So I decided in the end to go for the Dream Eater, and that was actually enough to take the Blastoise out. So I was happy about that. And the good thing about Dream Eater too, it is going to get some of my health back. Now the item I've got on my Jinx is Big Root, because that actually helps the life damaging moves like Dream Eater suck more health back, which is really, really cool. And now we've got the last Pokemon here as the Alakazam. So Alakazam is going to resist my Dream Eater. Meter. And Alakazam also has a Protect. I'm like, okay, it's got like a double Protect set. What are they going to do with this one? I've got no idea. It's going to be physical, special, a meme set, a bulky set, and now it's going to go for Trick Run. I was hoping it didn't have a choice item. I was like, man, I'm done if it's a choice item. So I get Wise Glasses and Alakazam gets a big root, if you know what I mean. So we're going to go for the Lovely Kiss here, and Alakazam is going to close its peepers. Now, I know definitely that this won't take it out with one Dream Eater. I'm going to possibly need, I'd say, at least one nasty pull-up to do some decent damage to the Alakazam. I'm thinking it's possibly going to be around a 2-hit KO, right? Alakazam is going to wake up. I went for the Dream Eater, and it's going to be a physical Alakazam. Obviously, they don't have a lot to hit me with because they went for the Psycho Cup there. So Alakazam is awake. I have to go for the Lovely Gift again to put it to sleep. So it's got Protect, Trick, and Psycho Cut. I don't know what the other move is, but clearly it doesn't have much to hit my Jinx. I thought they may try another Protect there, so I went for the sub, and I was like, if they do go for Psycho Cut, I can easily tank that and get a free sub up there. So Jinx has got the sub up now. I can go for the Lovely Kiss here on the Alakazam. We got like 2 minutes left of this battle as well. We're getting fairly close to, the timer running out. This bit took a fair long while, the Jinx taking these last Pokemon out with Dream Eater, right? So Alakazam is going to stay asleep here, which is very, very good. Now I can go for the Dream Eater. I was hoping that it'll do some big damage to Alakazam, and it does. It almost drops it in one shot. That was awesome. So one more Dream Eater can take the Alakazam out here. I just need Alakazam to actually stay asleep. I'm going to get a bunch of health back there. So with the Dream Eater health recovery, I can keep using Substitute over and over again. So we're down to the last 60 seconds of the battle there. Alakazam, fortunately, is going to stay asleep. And that, my friends, is the first battle there. The Dream Eater Jinx getting me the dub there in the end. But man, that Kruger with Sheer Cold caused me so many problems. Like the troll misclick on Jirachi, and it took my Jolteon out. Like Jolteon even couldn't do like anything at all, right? Thank you for the battle, Super Bowser. Let's get on to battle number 2. This was against Komari. I believe this was on my Twitch stream. I can't remember. I actually did these battles probably 2 weeks ago. So we got a 5v5 battle here. I decided to leave one Pokemon out because my opponent only brought 5 along, right? And we got a Ivysaur lead, and I've got my Jellicent lead. So probably not the greatest matchup in the world here. So Ivysaur is going to start the battle off going for a Toxic. So it's like, okay, that's kind of bad because the best I can really do against Ivysaur is Poltergeist. And I don't know whether this is going to be Everlight set, and it is an Everlight set because I got to see the item. So, okay, let's see how much this will do first. And it really doesn't do, it does alright damage, but if this thing has any sort of healing moves like Leech Seed and stuff like that, it's going to be bad. And of course, it's had Leech Seed, so we've got the Toxic and the Leech Seed. Now, if it's got Protect as well, it could become a problem that, the Toxic's going to start to rack up, and in the meantime, they can get healing back through Leech Seed, right? So, that possible 3-hit KO on Poltergeist, it's going to turn into like a 6 or 7 hit KO, right? Because you can see how much health that Ivysaur actually got back from that, right? And now, instead of going for a Protect, it's going to go for an Ingrain. So this thing has got the Leech Seed and it's got the Ingrain at the same time, right? So it's going to be getting a lot of nutrients back through its little roots there. So go for Poltergeist again. I probably need like 2 or 3 more to take it out here. And as you can see, after the Ingrain and after the Leech Seed, it's more looking like 3 or 4 hits. And the thing about Toxic, right, when you get badly poisoned, you actually get fainted in 6 turns. So once 6 turns were up, my Jellicent was down. So Jellicent possibly had like 2 more turns left, and then they had Protect. Like, okay, of course it's got Protect there. So Jellicent's going to go for a Poltergeist here on the Ivysaur. I pretty much need to swap Jellicent out now and see if I can take this out with another Pokemon. Maybe Jellicent can come in handy, later on in the game, or I might need just a Pokemon to throw into one of my opponent's Dynamax turns to stall it out. That's pretty much all Jellicent could do right here. So I'm going to be leaving on 12 health there. Got to swap the Jellicent out. I thought I might make use of it later. Or maybe I could swap it in and just, get an easy KO on like a slower Pokemon than me, if that's possible there. So we got another Toxic from the Ivysaur. I'm guessing they were predicting me to swap, but not into Jirachi, right? Now, Jirachi's got the Zen Headbutt here. Zen Headbutt is going to be super effective, and that's going to do a lot of damage to Ivysaur there. It's a 2-hit KO, and I get the flinch as well with the Serene Grace. That definitely helped me out like a lot there. Even after like all the Ingrain healing, Ivysaur was definitely not going to be leaving that one. Like Jirachi is definitely the best Pokemon on my team. Like, with Iron Head and Zen Headbutt was very, very good, right? I did have the Metronome and the Headbutt on there as memes though to have some fun there. So we got the Stoutland coming. I was like, you know what? Let's go for a Metronome. It saved my life last time, and I get Submission right, and that's going to be a super effective fighting move right there. The only thing about Submission right, you do take a little bit of recall damage. and I was hoping that they'd have a weakness policy, which they didn't, thank goodness. So here comes the Retaliate. Retaliate does alright damage to me there. Obviously, I'm a Steel type, and I'm going to resist that one, so that was kind of good here. So what I'm going to do is go for the Iron Head. Hopefully, I can get some hacks there. Like, you can see how little that did, and then the Stoutland goes for the Fire Fang on my Jirachi. He's like, okay, I need a flinch here to take the Stoutland out, unless the first one was minimum damage, and it wasn't minimum damage, and no flinch happened, and Jirachi went down. So essentially there, when you look at it, that Metronome actually helped me out because that submission did a lot more than Iron Head, right? The only way I would have really won that one is if I got like a flinch, right? Which there was a good chance of, but it just never happened, you know? So Jellicent's going to come in here, and I started thinking, oh, they did Retaliate and Fire Fang, I might be able to live that, then they pulled out that. So I was like, okay, fair enough. Jellicent was already, fated anyway. Now we're going to go to Jolteon here. This is a quick feat set. Thunder, Electro Ball, Weather Ball, and Rain Dance. So we got a Water type move, 100 base power. We got Thunder never missing in the rain, and we got a very, very powerful Electric type move too if we come across any slow Pokemon, right? Now I'm going to take the Stoutland out with Electro Ball, and the EVs in this one were Max Speed and Max Special Attack. Modest nature, right? So we got the extra boost in our speed from Quick Feet too. So there's nothing I do to Krookodile here. I mean, I could set the rain up, but I know I'm going to get absolutely destroyed by Earthquake if it's got it. And it is going to go for that. And on the Jinx, it's going to do a lot of damage there. And it's going to one-shot me. Nothing I could have even done there at all. Jolteon was going to get fainted. Jinx was going to get fainted. So my only hope to get around this Moxie Krookodile was my Jigglypuff. If I didn't have Jigglypuff right now, I was done. I was going to get swept easy peasy. So I thought they'd just go for the Earthquake here, and then I could go for the counter. And I was thinking, maybe I can make use of Endeavor if I'm lucky, right? So they instantly enough swapped out their Krookodile. I was like, man, I needed that so much, and in comes the Panda King. So it's like, okay, Panda King, what can I do to this, right? I could go for a counter on this too. Like, what can I do? Should I go for Protect? Should I see what it's going to do to me? Or maybe I should go for the Endeavor. You know what? I decided to go for the counter here and just see what Pangoro was going to do. Then they did a double swap and went back into Krookodile again. So obviously it was sort of predicting me going for a physical move. I think they're both physical attackers, right? So one of these Pokemon has to attack me. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep going for counter. I've got absolutely nothing to lose here. I've got to take at least one Pokemon. One of these Pokemon has to go down, to my Jigglypuff, right? So here comes the Earthquake from the Krookodile here. And thank goodness I'm going to have the Focus Sash and the counter because Krookodile is going to go down. Now, I still have the option of going for Endeavor, but the thing about Jigglypuff, it's not very fast. So the fact that, the fact that you could get like a counter and an Endeavor off would be quite lucky. Like, you could definitely get the counter off against a physical attacker, but you'd have to be able to outspeed like the next Pokemon coming in. So I was like, you know what? I've got absolutely nothing to lose here. Let's go for the Endeavor. They don't know that I've got it. Then they went for Bulk Up. I was like, yes, this is really, really good, right? They've got a +1 in defense and attack. However, I'm going to bring that Pangoro all the way down to 1 health. And even if it's got something like Drain Punch, it's not going to get any health back. I've already got 1 right. So I can go for a Tri-Attack here, and hopefully I can, obviously swap another Pokemon after like my Jolteon and take it out. So here comes the Drain Punch here, like I thought, and Jigglypuff is going to go down. But man, Jigglypuff did so well, and to actually have the nice icing on the cake there, Pangoro's item on top of that was Life Orb, so it fainted. Jigglypuff took 2 Pokemon out there. That was absolutely wild. Now, the next Pokemon to come out here is the Noctowl. So this is our last Pokemon each. It's Jolteon versus Noctowl. Now, Noctowl's got some pretty good special defense here, and if it does hit me with like a, I was thinking if it does hit me with like a stab, say if it's running like max special attack, something like that, it will hit me pretty hard. So I need to Dynamax here. I've got Max Lightning and I've got my Dynamax. So I was like, let's go for that. I'll attack it. I know the Noctowl's going to Dynamax here, and I know that it's going to live, but I can get that Electric Terrain up the field, which will definitely help me out. And since I've got the Quick Feed ability, even if they try and drop my speed one stage, Jolteon is very, very quick, and it's going to be definitely going to go quick enough to take them out there. Depending if they get some luck on Max Guard, though, that all sort of depends too. So here we go. We've got the double Dynamax here. Dynamax Noctowl. It's not often you get to see, Dynamax Noctowl being used. I actually really miss using the move Synchronize on Noctowl. I had a really, really cool set there back in Generation 7. I miss Synchronize. It's awesome. Awesome sort of move. Hopefully get them in the remakes, right, as well as all the other moves there. Okay, back to business now. We're going to go for electric type move on the Noctowl, being the Max Lightning. Obviously, I'm going to outspeed there, being Jolteon, and it does very good damage. So it's definitely going to be a KO the next turn, right? So we got that electric terrain there up on the field, and I was definitely thinking Noctowl was going to go for either an Airstream or a normal type move. They went for the Airstream there, so they wanted to try and outspeed me. That would have been a good play right there, but since I've got Quick Feed as the ability, there's no way Noctowl is going to be out at speeding me here. It still did very good damage there, by the way, too. So Noctowl's going to get a little bit of health back there with the leftovers, but it's not really going to make much of a difference there. You know, Jolteon's going to be hitting very, very hard this turn with its Max Lightning. I thought they may try and go for Max Guard here like twice, and then I could definitely go for the Thunder next up there. If I went for Electro Bolt, it wouldn't be as powerful, but I still felt it would be enough to take it out, right, because the electric terrain was on the field. So here comes the Max Lightning, and they're obviously trying to get some more health back from the leftovers on the Noctowl. Still, I feel it's not going to be enough to live another attack, so I'm thinking they may go for yet another Max Guard here to try and, you know, stall out that last turn of Dynamax, and of course, make me rely on a weaker move like Thunder or Electro Ball, right? However, they didn't go for a Max Guard. They're going to attack me this turn. I went for the Max Lightning, and that is enough to take out the Noctowl. Thank you for watching both of these battles, people. That is the Alphabet letter J team. I mean, we got the next one, it's a J, and then we got K. You have to have a look at all the K Pokemon that we can do. All right, people. Hope to see you at the Pokemon Snap stream. I'll catch you next time. Peace out.